Morning, everybody. Hey, Overland. Rush B, nah, that's gonna be like once a week kind of thing, man. We did that last night for 4 hours. We'll do it again soon. This is this is what I've been putting most of my time into lately. It's like, but like, man, it's I know from experience that I'm nowhere even close. But like, there's like this little trickle of hope in the back of my mind that because I can do shit on Players 8 and every now and then get a Terra Zone that I can do, that it will work out. Yeah, Mamba. Like, well, this stream's probably gonna get like 100, 150 people. Like, it's early. It's Diablo. It's not everybody's jam, but it's my jam. Well, Kelly's working, and like, I got about 3 hours before I want to go to bed or something like that, and I want to get this level done today. So my goal is to get that 2.5 bars done on this stream. That's my goal. Hey, Mamba! Dude, thank you for the 20. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for supporting the stream, dude. This stream would be nothing without guys like you. Thank you so much, dude. Anybody in the chat ever actually went to 99, or like you just don't know what the fuck this game is, and like you just showed up because I'm actually here? If so, thank you regardless. Oh no, a superior lacquered plate. I'm on level 27. Crasco, did you see my tips, man? Never played any Diablo before? Dude, Diablo 2 is a fucking masterpiece. If you haven't played this game yet, you owe it to yourself to try it. What class and build should I do in my Diablo 2 Switch run? Not Assassin. Let me ask you a couple filler questions. Like, do you like to be in people's face? How patient are you? And do you care about survivability? Because, like, the funnest class in the game is Nova Sword. Mamba, dude, thank you for being a hoodlum as well, dude. Appreciate the love. If that's all you care about, Nova Sword's the funnest in the game. The only thing with Diablo 2 on the Switch, very small community. Oh, and this motherfucker had to curse me right at the last second. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. So I'm like not fully clearing the Stony Tomb. So I'm usually hitting creeping feature, clearing the minions. Because like the bosses and minions are what really give you the experience right now. And hitting the gold chest and repeating. No. To 26 is actually really high where you're at in the game. Like generally you beat Act 2 if you're on Players 1 around level 19, 20. So you're about 6 levels high from where you're at. Like generally level 26 is right where you start to beat Act 3 at, honestly. So you're a little over leveled. I don't know what build druid you are, Crasco, and like you never really asked me to play off stream that one time. You just got to ask me to play, man. Like I'm always down to play. Like the reason I'm playing single player on this sorceress is because it gives me all the time in the world to get the 99. I don't have to worry about seasons or like the game becoming dead. I can just play on Players 8 the whole way and just get it done. That's the reason I started on this. And one, it's nice to have a single player like team built up in case, you know, something were to happen to the internet or something, you just wanted to fuck around and play. That's bad right there. No, it's all good, Crasco. I just didn't know if you didn't want to ask me about the play and shit. I'm not that scary. I am level 93, I think. Yep, 93. So I preferably have one more easy level. And I'm using easy with air quotations. Because like 95 is when you really start feeling the EXP penalty. Because like I'm getting, depending on the monster density of the Stony Tombs right now. Because like this is just regular ass playing Diablo 2. No terror zones currently. Like, because there's only like 3 or 4 areas that I actually can terror zone. Like I have a fucking fire charm. But like even with the gear that I have, it's like fire charms don't do enough with the breaking to make it fucking viable. There's fanaticism right there. We're supposed to be doing another episode today at 5. That dress up for Halloween, like I literally streamed until 12 o'clock last night, and now like 8 hours later, you see me streaming again. At what point did you think I dressed up for Halloween? Like part of me, I need a flail. Because I don't really need the meditation anymore. I didn't miss a rune. You need a scimitar, motherfucker? I was sitting down and I'm like, all right, I want to do this. I want to get this level done. And if I know that if I didn't, that's a good charm. If I didn't have a motivator, I wouldn't finish the level. Like I would get like halfway done and be like, all right, I'm just going to do something else. Like, but like if I'm sitting on stream and people are watching me, like even if it's like 100 people, like it'll at least motivate me to get to the point where I'll finish the level up. Because really, like, getting to 99 is super fucking monotonous. Like, you can see here, I've already cleared this area, what, 6 times? So at least I have somebody to talk to while I'm sitting here and doing this shit over and over and over again. Morning, Bada Bing. Dude, thank you for the $40. Appreciate that shit, bud. Oh, why couldn't that be Storm Shield? I haven't found Storm Shield. That's crazy. I think I've found like one of everything at this point. And I noticed I didn't get that rune, but that's a fucking soul rune. I got so many of them, I don't even need them no more. Why'd you retract the message? You said I was grinding. Oh, dude, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Anything over a $10 bill, you're welcome to troll away. And the main reason I have that rule is you get a lot of guys in here that want to be like $1.99 and like say the most heinous shit possible. Like if you want me to address shit like that, you got to at least pay the man. Pay the man. This is why I want to go ahead and find a fucking flail, but like, you'd be surprised. I've almost hit level 94 and I've not found a 4-socketed flail yet. Wings, is your house on wheels or foundation? I got wheels, but I'm foundation in the spring. My house is in footers, man. My house is in concrete. There's no wheels on my house or anything like that. My house can never be moved again. That's why my house is deeded to the land. Oh, the chamber axe. Dude, thank you for the $60. Holy shit. You start my month off right. Thank you so much. I'll give you another one for the guy. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for the $60 this morning. We almost got one bubble done, boys. I'm making good time though too. I'm playing a little faster than I feel safe playing though. There's a rattle cage. Yeah, I'm playing permadeath, but I love permadeath. Like it's my favorite mechanic in every game I ever play. Like when I play Dead Space 3, I mainly play on hardcore. Like honestly, because like I find that the most fun aspects of the game. Like you can't make a mistake. Like I would never like start a game on hardcore, but like Divinity 2 and Divinity 1. Like, there's stuff I'm taking risk on right now. Like I still don't have good enough hit recovery. I'm still using the Oculus, which I'm 100% ready to drop the Oculus as soon as I find like a 4-socketed flail. Because I have the runes to make a Heart of the Oak at this point. Well, I'm going to have to cube up for it, but I have the ability to cube up and make a Heart of the Oak. Krasker, you like hardcore too? It's a bug, man. Even if you've never played the game before, like just that constant threat, that feeling of being alive. As soon as you get that ball to drop real quick, you see how I keep my ball, Krasco, where it's like I'm constantly you might not be able to tell this from like watching the gameplay, but I'm constantly using full rejuvenations. Not on myself, but on, like on my mercenary. That's why like every time I kill like a big pack like this, I'm like, did they drop any rejuves? Row room. Like the only runes I'm really interested in picking up right now is lumming up. So like anything under lum I'm not gonna pick up. Looks like we got a low density one this time. See, because like I think I'd be okay versus horrors, but it's always a scary proposition to think what happens if, you know, fucking Oculus sends me into a pack. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I came close to dying last night. It was a fanaticism pack, and I got cursed, and a scimitar came out of a pot, like one of those like flying scimitars, and it got fanaticism on me, and it hit me twice, and it took me down to like 200 health before I could pop a pot. I'm like, oh shit, because I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of having the 1,000-yard stare, watching what my mercenary's doing, and I wasn't paying attention to like the fucking bitch ass sabers like that I didn't feel like was a threat at all on my character. And like there's always the dynamic of like block versus no block on a sorceress. Like if you're making a sorceress the cow, you go block. But like for the most part, like I don't go block on sorceresses because they have such a low block iframes. It's not like they're a paladin or anything. Yes, I've hit 99 before. But like most of my 99s happened during the cow level meta. Because in Diablo 2 around Lord of Destruction, when Lord of Destruction first came out, the Bloody Foothills was the meta. Like you would start with the Bloody Foothills in the back and go to the fort, and that was the meta to get 99. It was a lot easier back then. Then they nerfed the experience. And once they nerfed the experience, cows became the way to do it. And cows, it took a while, but it's by no means what it is right now. Like, you could probably get a 99 in 200 hours or so right now. To put that in perspective, like it'd probably take 150 hours right now to go from 98 to 99 versus like going all the way to 99. That'd be awesome if this fucking terror zone switched to the Rocky Waste and Stony Tomb. When you get a Baldur's Gate 3 stream? Only like a couple people have been asking for it. Yeah, I've beaten Baldur's Gate 3. I beat it on Tactician, which is not very hard. It's not the thing. That's a good amulet. Like if they had like 12 dex, 17 strength, we'll keep that amulet. I don't know if I'm gonna make a martial arts assassin anytime soon, but that's good enough. Hey, Raul. How you doing, my man? Oh, there's where Oculus sucks. The problem with Oculus is that teleport, but man, Oculus has such good stats on everything else. I might have to give up a good bit of runes just to switch off of it. I probably should be putting more effort in. Thanks for the streaming of this. Dude, thank you for the $8, dude. You're welcome, Raul. Yeah, because it's gonna be late when if I stream again today, like because like I got to do the local podcast and all that other stuff today. What the hell, rune? Like they didn't even mean to go this way. I never go over there because that's generally the lowest density area of the thing, and like these two are guaranteed bosses. Because like creeping feature is actually a super unique, so he's always here, and the other one almost always has a horror boss in the top right corner. So this guy right here, this guy's always here. And then there's a super chest, which I'm only looking for things. What do you think is the most underrated class in Diablo 2? Anything melee. The biggest issue with Diablo 2 is melee. The attack rating is fucking terrible. Like, they need to change fundamentally how attack rating is calculated in Diablo 2. They also need to change how EXP fall off happens. Because, like, 99 is way too hard to get. And I'll say it. It is way too hard to get. And a lot of people never touch it because of that. Like, it's a serious dedication to even sniff 99. But like chance to hit's way too you gotta have too much AR to even come out and hit. Like there's a guy that I watched called Nuclear Rabbit. He basically made an Amazon that didn't put any in Vitality on hardcore and went almost all decks, like 400 or 500 points in the decks. And he still, at the end of the game at level 80, had like a 76 chance to hit Veil or something like that. And that's fucking stupid. Like if you're literally dumping everything into the attribute to hit, you think you'd be able to hit. See, now the Flare Jungle opened up, and the Flare Jungle is an area that I can partially do, and I'm wondering if it's worth it to do it. The problem with the Flare Jungle is it also opens up, is a lot more dangerous. You what, mate? What's up, buddy? Thank you for being a hoodlum. Yeah, I'm not the person. I'm just a team member. I do not control anything to do with the local podcast. I show it when I'm told to show up, and everything else goes there. Would I have kids? I can't have kids. I have low testosterone. There's blade buckle. See, I never know how to play. Like, I can't kill the shamans. But everything else is game. This is where it's funny. It's like, what's the fastest way to get the experience? Like, this is... Because this is going to have me killing more trash mobs. But it's something different. It's just not the same thing I've done 700 times already or some shit like that. So my thought process is... grab the big pack of flares. And then aim for anything that's a boss. Will you buy your M3? Nah, I'm not a BMW fan, man. There's one who's flying scimitars. Let's get by it. Let's see, I hate this shit. Because, like, my issue is, like, fuck it, I'm abandoning this one. I don't know where that might boss is, and I just don't want to constantly have to dodge around of characters constantly getting 200% enhanced damage. Oh, I thought he asked if I would buy his M3. Like, I don't have a need for an M3. Kill the guy, come on. The cool thing about the flares is, like, I do enough damage to, like, stun lock them. I need to find fucking Tal's Amulet. Tal's Amulet or Amara's. Like, Amara's would be perfect. So those two skills will be a tremendous help for, like, stun locking. Either that or a couple more burn charms.
here.
Oh, I showed that off last night. These fucking flying scimitars. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to the thing with. Shit, while we're in Act 2, might as well hit the Lord Harass up real quick. Weeks, do you think of Neil deGrasse Tyson? Why did you blow Kelly off like that? She asked me why I had the book bag out. I didn't blow her off. I explained why I had the book bag out. If you could play one game for the rest of your life, what would you play? Oh, this one right here would be a top contender. Like this one or something like Skyrim or Fallout 4. It had to be some sort of RPG that was dynamic. I think everything played at enough time will get monotonous as hell. Diablo 2 is one of the best games ever made. Your dog's watching the stream with you? Fuck yes! A low rune. Oh, I've never found a low rune. Now I gotta start picking phase blades up. Because we're gonna be making grief. You always make grief. First high rune, boys. Explain what a low rune is in Fortnite terms. Let me explain it in this term, right? I've been playing Diablo since about 2000. I want to say about October of 2000. I didn't get it right when it first came out, so I had to save my money up and get it. But so let's say October-ish of year 2000. So I've been playing this game 24 years, well 23 years or so. A little over 23 years. I've never found a low room before this moment. And I've found 3 Zods. Yes. They're fucking rare. I mean, I've had low runes before, but I've traded for them. Which is funny because the Zod is way more rare than a low rune. And I don't know why. I've just been super unlucky with lows, I guess. Like I've never found a Burr rune. I found a Jaw. I found a couple Sirs, which I made into a Burr rune. I found 3 Zods. Let's see. Low rune drop rates. Well, they've even... Let's look at this. Let's look over here. All right. Like here's a... I don't know if you guys can read this, but Ohm and Low Rune are in the same. They're in Rune tier 14, right? And used to, this would be about 28,340. Chance. This is a bad one. Let me find a better one. You can barely read it. Here's a better one. This is based on the secret cow level. Low rune, if you're killing a cow, you have a 200. You have to kill 240,472 cows for a chance for one low to drop. So you, on average, 240,000 cows have to die for the probability of a low to drop. That's not a guarantee. I love watching Smuck. Like, he's such a good guy. Like, I was watching him before I turned the stream on today. Like, he's hunting keys right now on single player. Alright. Guys, keep your eyes peeled for Phase Blade. I'll probably recognize it before you will, because I've almost conditioned myself to be a loot filter. Hey, wait, serious question. Would you share Kelby for 2,500 for an hour of her time? No. Like, why would I do that? What PC I have? I have a custom built PC, but it's old now. Like I custom built my PC in 2016, so it's got a 1070 in it. Well, I have a Vengeance Paladin, but I want to make a Paladin for. I have a Vengeance Paladin. I'm also building a Fury Druid. But what I'm most likely going to do with that low is make a Smiter. Like I can respec my Vengeance Paladin into a Smiter, and I can use after my 99 grind. I can use him to start hunting Ubers. Yeah, but the thing with the grief versus smiters is like grief adds the damage to your shield. I need to find a Rakta's mesh. Like I want to make some changes because like I have a basic spider web stash here, beast cord on, and it's just fire resistance in life, and then I have this chromatic amulet, and like I got this just sitting in stash, almost a damn near perfect Telrash's Guardian. No, I don't got lung cancer. Like I've gotten actually extremely unlucky on like a lot of my sword finds. Like if you look at my you look at my armor, it's an upgraded Viper Magi, but like it's a 23 alt resist, and that's still the best Viper Magi I've found so far. And I've only found 2 of them, and my Necromancer's wearing the other one. Dude, I am riding that low rune high right now. The endorphins are fucking kicking. Oh my lord, I can't keep my legs still. And the reason why Low's such a dope ass find, it makes some of the best. It makes the best weapon in the game for a melee character, which is grief. Oh, there's a summon druid necro charm. I need to clean my character off. And it makes a really good armor as well in fortitude. But like I'm not a kind of guy that wants to put a fortitude on like a mercenary. there's Messersmith's Reaver. And like it sucks that I'm gonna leave that on the ground. Like normally, like if I was playing online, I would like pick that up just to give it away because I already have one. You know, I just made the connection that I found a low rune before I found a 4-socketed flail. There's a phase blade right there. Gotta roll it. Gambling's for losers. Well, I have tons of the runes that requires to roll weapons. Would you eat brown Doritos? I mean, like all Doritos are technically brown. I mean, like they all start out as a tortilla chip. Diablo 2 socket weapon recipe. It is. Say it's a perfect amethyst. Oh. It is a Ral Am perfect amethyst. Okay. Ral Am. Grief's 5. Dude, dying fast to Duriel. Remember when I remember being a kid playing on normal softcore when the game first came out. And speaking of that, yeah. It's unfair to say I've been playing 23 years since Lord of Destruction hadn't been out for 23 years. Runes didn't exist in the original Diablo, but like Duriel used to kill you off before you had a chance to load into his room because the game was not as well optimized. It's not blurry, it's just this light up here. If I can lower it. It's the way the light is. Like, my room is not set up for 3-point lighting correctly. Alright. No. Fun fact: TP's de-aggro enemies, so I'm perfectly safe to come back into there. What is 3-point lighting? Generally, 3-point lighting is something that you do when you're a streamer. Like you want a light that goes directly on your face. You want a light that's off to the side at an angle, and you want a light that takes away all the shadows. Well, you want a light directly above you. You want a light pointing straight at you, and you want a light off to the side that eliminates all shadows on your face and perfectly lights you up, kind of like a lot of streamers, like a lot of like super HD videos will have 3-point lighting. And I tried to do 3-point lighting before. I'm going the wrong way here. I'm still talking about 3-point lighting. Like if you look like over there. Put the camera big over here. Like you see right here, like all these lights. These were put in the corner to be off lights, and then I'd have this as the overhead light. Then I was going to put a light in front of me. Just never got around to finishing it. Like one of the things that would help my like camera quality immensely would be like some type of ring light or something like that I put right behind my monitor. Because my camera is good enough. It's all my issues right now is mainly lighting. I don't even know what that is off the top of my head. Is that storm? Is that the storm? Not storm shield, but like the shield with all the lightning damage on it. I don't remember its names. I'll say it has storm in it somewhere, but it's not storm shield. Storm shield's the monarch. Like naturally, like maybe I could just lower the lighting. That's fans. This thing needs a new battery. Storm Chaser. Let's see. Storm Chaser is fucking terrible. I'm gonna keep it because I don't have it. Like I say that shield's terrible, but mainly because like if you're a paladin, you're going to be using some torp. So you're going to be at elite levels. You're going to be using a spirit shield for the most part, a spirit shield or like or a or the Herald of Zakarum. And like like that thing seems to be almost catered to like a vengeance paladin, which I have, but I would never give up spirit for that. 2 all skills, 100 mana, 22 vitality. You know, fucking 60 or 70 all resist for what? 50 lightning resist and some chance to proc on hit. Well, not even on hit, on getting hit, which is worse. Like chance to proc on getting hit's even worse. Like it's one of those uniques where it's like even if you're solo self-found, it would make sense because it's an elite large shield to begin with. By the way, we found a code room. Code rooms are good too. They're useful. Especially with like upgrading weapons and shit like that. Upgrading weapons, it's a part of obedience, which is a great necromancer mercenary weapon. It's a good barbarian weapon too. Like, oh, here's a. Let's not play around with this guy too much. There's a spider above my head. It's a bat, actually. We got one more ball to get, boys. There's a fire skills charm. Like, which charm do I give up? I don't think we give up any charm. I think we just have a little less inventory. There's a 20 life charm somewhere around here. There it is. Oh, you what, mate? I mean, my donation goal is always the same. It's like $130. But like, I don't expect to hit it this stream. Bomba busted out and hit us with a 60 already. And Raul hit us with a 5, so those guys are fucking A1. Oh, a succubus skull. Like this is an interesting item. It can roll between 1 to 3 necromancer skills. And it has like between 30 and 40 all resist. And like the big difference between it is it has run walk on it. Like Homunculus beats it to death. It's a unique little head. Like, I could see it having some use in some niche build somewhere. Dude, that burning charm just increased my damage so nicely. One sit-up equal how much? I can do maybe 10 sit-ups and I'd be done. I mean, we roll... Oh, we rolled 3 Necromancer, but fucking terrible all resist. That's trash. That's trash. Oh. Oh. My head clicked. I was like, Shaco! Or Shaco, however you want to say it. I always called it Shaco. It's a fucking French Legionnaire hat. Which I could have had a lot more Shakos than I have right now. If I was actually like running Endari or Mephisto.
I can't use this yet.
What's your thoughts on the Subaltrons that clip you crying on stream for that clip you crying on being a horrible person? Mr. Ping, that sounds like you need to donate money to get that answer. First enter goes down, now this. It can't get any worse. All troll related stuff need to be on the back of $10 bills. I'd fight a motherfucker for Arachnus Mesh and a fucking Talzami though right now. So I want to stay at the 105 cast rate, but like I don't want to give up the stuff, and I need to. Ooh. Don't even play around with that, Jordy. Dr. Mori! Stay pod, when like to see you make more Diablo. I think you'd be appreciated by the Diablo 2 community. Dude, I am an encyclopedia when it comes to Diablo 2. If it can be done, I've done it. Thank you so much for the $5. And thank you for the encouragement after the low fine. Speaking of low fine, I need to take a picture of it and send it to my brother. That motherfucker will be envious as hell. PTO official. Thank you for the $1, man. Oh, hello. What you doing up here, bud? It sounds like Phil's just got a man cold. Be perfectly honest. Oh, that was a fart. I thought that was going to come out way more silent than it did. That one just hit right. Ooh, that fucking Oculus. I need to go find a flail. Hell, I'd take a knout at this point. Because like I'm probably never taking it off of this character. Jess will take care of the gated combo. Do the trolls need help make... Oh, no, I want that back. Give me that back. Because I can give you the title for the next troll video now. Wings of Redemption more excited for a drop in Diablo 2 than his marriage or some shit like that. Damn, we ain't snitching. Morning, Moonglum. See, I can make a troll channel all day. How did they do it? Where's the mastermind of creativity coming from? Hi, Wings. What's your thoughts on the... I don't know what that is, Jared. Going to donate to Phil's funeral bills? Why not? My brother just asked if I'm making grief with it. I was like, the first low always goes to grief. It's always good to have a face blaze grief somewhere. I'm hoping that that we roll a 5-socket phase blade on stream right here. My brother still plays Diablo 2. He ain't had a whole lot of... Oh, shit. He ain't had a whole lot of time to play recently. But there was a couple seasons me and him played together. What's up? Welcome to being Hoodlum, man. What's my brother like? My brother's like really quiet. That's just who he is as a person. He's just really quiet. He's younger. He's about 2 years younger than me. I keep it sub-only mode, so people can't make like burner accounts and just constantly come in here and spam. That's gonna be Tal Rosh's amulet. I'm willing it into fucking existence. I should run Mephisto? What, for Tal's Ammy? I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get this experience up. Like, I can run Mephisto. I just don't need anything from him right now. Fucking Arcanas. Is that not what it was? It's Ral Am, not Tau. My bad. Okay, one socket. You know, people still seem how to dislike it. So here's a question for you guys that are in the know. If I find a bird rune, since I'm gonna get the grief at this point, do I go ahead and make the chains of honor for the sorceress? Because that would be the most benefit for the sorceress if a bird rune drops, would be grief. So I've been running lower Kuras trying to get a bird rune. Or at least a couple Sirs or something. Just anything. So I haven't got the Vex rune yet, but I have 2 Is and a Gull, which I can cube up to a Vex rune. And I got plenty of pole runes. I don't need Enigma. My character is a sorceress. And if I have my way, I'm never going to do the 99 grind again. So I won't need an Enigma there either. These both fire. We're killing them. Yeah, we're definitely gonna make the grief. I'm just in my head theory crafting because like Chains of Honor would probably be an upgrade on my armor for this character. I see you're trying to make fun of like the word enigma. When reality, like, you should be making fun of, like, there's a shield in this game called Alma Negra. And, like, that one's a fun one. That's the one you can make fun of. Let's see where it's going to go to. What am I? What are you doing this Christmas? I have no clue, homie. No clue. I'm trying. Like the far as the thought process I went so far is daydreaming about finding a burr rune.
That's your big plan for Christmas?
Yeah, finding a burr rune. Yeah.
That's lame. I just need to know that.
What do you want to do for Christmas?
Oh, I already know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
Well, first we're going to start the season. We're going to the children's home to donate food and other items. Then we are going to go to one light show.
It ain't gonna be the same one, right?
Yes, follow me here.
It never changes.
We can go look at Christmas lights and drink milkshakes, whatever.
I'd rather do that than go all the way to St. John's Island again to see the same
Fine,
show.
We'll ride around Conway and look at Christmas lights one night.
We can go to other towns.
Okay.
I mean,
And we're going to have Christmas Eve and Christmas at my parents' house. Well, Christmas Eve will be at my parents' house.
we got to do the Zaxby's thing too.
Yes, we're going to go get our old people's ornaments. I need to see when that starts. And we're going to do Christmas Day at my sister's. I'll sum it up.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you're coming to watch the Christmas play I'm in charge of.
Did I watch that last year? That don't
No,
count.
you did not.
I did too.
You did not.
I remember what it looked like.
You did not come to the Christmas play.
I
'Cause
did.
I was mad at you because you didn't.
They
come.
held like a sheet up, and you got mad at me because I was on my phone when it was dark.
No, that was something else. That was the actual Christmas service. Another thing. Listen, I mean, they wanna troll about the fact that leaving the house costs money. I swear, yesterday I left the house for a doctor's appointment and ended up spending $70.
I remember when we first got married, and I said leaving the house costs $100. And you go, no, it don't.
It really does.
It does, like every now and then you'll get a situation where like leaving the house doesn't cost $100, but for the most part,
those are rare and far between.
Those are like your car's already topped up on gas, and you're just going to McDonald's.
Well, I'm at least going to spend $50 because my medicine's like $20-$25 when I go out in a little while.
Yeah, I gotta get yelled at by my doctor soon.
Good times.
Because I got no refills remaining. And he's going to be mad because it's taking me longer than the prescribed time to take the pills because I keep forgetting.
Wait. How many refills you got?
I've got none left.
What's that?
Effexor.
They'll probably give you one. How many pills you got in here?
Oh, I got about half a month left.
They'll probably give you one, and then I have an appointment in December. We can just tag team.
Yeah.
Like we like to do, You've gotten that old, baby.
Shoot. It's better than him giving. Let me tell you this, guys. Like, did you know that your doctor can like charge different amounts for your visit depending on how long he talks to you? I learned that this year. I thought all visits were like one standard flat rate, but nope. The more questions you ask, the more he can charge you. Because apparently I asked too many questions on one of my visits. And I ended up having like an extra $40 bill that my insurance didn't cover. I was like, what the fuck? Wings, you need to diet and exercise. I'll fix 99% of my stuff. You ain't wrong. Can't be mad at you. There's a Shazmir, which I already have. Pastorari wings are all squares, rectangles. Yes. I had to think about it, like, cause like not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles. At the high end of this game, it feels like you live with Curse on. It feels like this last bubble is just taking forever. Instead of giving me these rare jewels, give me fire faucets. Video game. Do I need to tell you how to reward me for doing monotonous tasks? Nobody asked you, Kelly. That was a grand crow, not a grand charm. Dude, I've talked myself into a Chains of Honor, and I haven't even found the Burr rune yet. Like the load rune dropping is just gave me all this extra energy. It's like, yep, I'm gonna get a Burr. It's gonna happen. I'm the best. Gotta be real careful here. Curse with might out. Next stream played The Sims 4. My next stream is I don't know what my next stream's going to be yet. I wouldn't mind doing a rainbow stream as my next stream, but I'm kind of torn between a few things. We're getting close to the level up, boys. It's coming. What do you got? What do you suggest, Reese? What do you think my next game should be? Bone Hue! That shit can stay right on the ground. Did you fart, Kelly? The RoboCop game's awesome. Like, I've been hearing mixed reviews about it. Like, some people say it's the best thing since sliced bread. Some people say it's mediocre. Yeah, this is single player. That's why the map stays the same. It's not like I'm using map hack or anything. Like, I'm playing single player because I want to get 99. And, like, I've tried 99 a couple times on multiplayer doing belt runs and shit. Last time I tried, I got fucking PK'd. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just play on players 8. If I got to, I'll run this shit right here until 10,000 fucking times and get my... Because I want the platinum for Diablo 2. Level up! $94 on the way to $95 now. He's what, 35 now? I'm level 94 right now. Let's clear some of my space off.
Good day.
Made after 2010. Keep Tal Rasha's here. I mean, I played Rainbow, and that was made in 2015. That's after 2010. Gotta make another mule. Probably should have did this different, like, instead of like all these numbers. I'm not really known for Call of Duty anymore, though. Like, if you ask people nowadays, I'm more known for Rainbow than I am Call of Duty. Rainbow and Fallout. Oh, I'd rather not eat Wendy's chili than give up Diablo 2. Alright. Let's go do some lower cuirass runs. I've never found anything on these lower cuirass runs, but people say to do them. Somebody get put in horny jail. What did Adams do to go get deserved horny jail? I missed it. Open all the chests. I opened them all. Oop, messed up. I do a quick run through like this. There's a unique now. One bird room, please. What's the best item I've ever found? mean, I found a perfect Crown of Ages one time. I mean, that's probably close to the best. You want wings merch for your pajamas? Would I invite Chris Tran? Yeah, I'd invite Chris Chan to play Siege with me. You know it'd be a travesty though, right? I need to put some rejuvenations on. I miss doing PK, I do. There's times I wish I would go on PK, but at the same time, it's like I feel like they did me wrong, and it's bet. And like instead of like can constantly bring it up, just let that shit die. Because stewing on shit ain't good for your soul, which I don't believe in a soul, but you know what I'm saying. It's metaphorical. Nah, still Diamond 1. I didn't really have anybody to play with. Like Bip went back on. Bip went back home, so and he's got a kid and stuff, so he ain't got time to play no more. You know, like Chi God hasn't been playing, so like I never really had rainbow teams. That's not true. Like if you go and look, and you measure everything out, I missed the second least shows on the stream only by like 1, because there's multiple. There was probably 10 episodes I did by myself. But you also got to understand, I was in a very, very bad spot, like mentally, during that time. Like, I just lost my contract with Machinima. I had tons of bills. I had to give up everything that I'd spent my life working for up to that point, other than my house, because that's what I deemed the most important thing to keep. And I was going in and out of like a relationship at the time. So like all that put together, like I was the most mentally stable person. People says this shit right here works. I've never had this shit work. Like I think the highest rune I've ever found out of this was like a hell rune, which I don't even pick them up at this point. I don't mind rambling. I've actually became less talkative as I've gotten older. At least I feel like I have. No, I've never read Sonic 2 by Chris. Hi, Chris Chan. I'm still friends with all of them. You can still be friends with people. I don't think anything they did is something that's detrimental to like a huge friendship. But I still think like they did me a little bit wrong, and that's my opinion. Other people might have a different opinion on it, but it's like I'd much rather put that point in my life behind me unless they want to mend bridges. Like I went so far as offered to come back on the show for free as long as they did it in a real life show. And from what I understand is Kyle wasn't down. Woody was down. Taylor was down. Kyle was not. So it is what it is. Apparently Kyle had something he couldn't show in real life. Which, my answer to that is like, all right, stick it in another room, or let's pick a place and go to a hotel or whatever it might be. Like, we don't have to have it at somebody's house. We literally can go rent a hotel room and set a table up in a hotel room and just put everything back. The problem with me doing a documentary on myself is I don't do anything. Like, Boogie's got a way more interesting life than I do. It's like, what would the documentary crew film? Me doing fucking lower Kuras runs? Honestly, the harassment's almost stopped at this point. Like, every now and then it comes back. But for the most part, like, the harassment has stopped. Like, I think once we got fucking that one guy who swatted me in jail, it kind of like just killed the hype. That between that and me doing the boxing match, a lot of it died. Am I sad and I still feel down? That's part of being a manic depressive, man. There's always going to be something that you feel sad about, and that's okay. Wing Ting's version 3 was my swatter. And he went to jail. There's not much to the story. That's why his channel's gone. I'm going to do about 5 more of these, and I'm going to switch to meth runs. I'm playing single player, man. I'm level 94. I just hit level 94. I don't need anybody to rush me. I also play hardcore only. Oh, 100%. Asmongold should fly me out and have him construct a taste test for me. We'll get a little collaboration going. I would say I fly out myself, but that man's got the scratch. He makes more in a week than I make in a year. Can teleporting too much get you killed in this game? 100%. 100%. I'm very particular how I play the game, and teleporting is one of the particulars I have. I need to go buy keys. James, wake up tomorrow, age 14 again. What do you do differently? James, thank you for the 10 pounds. I'd actually, I'd have stayed in school and went for a doctorate. Took school more seriously. Like, one of my... Like, because I'm assuming I'm age 14 and I know what I know now, right? And I get to redo my whole childhood again with the knowledge that I have as a 37-year-old man. The problem with youth is it's wasted on the young. This is good for 10 plus magic find. And like I didn't have very good like parental guidance. Like I said, like I was raised by my grandparents and they were super old school and neither one of them finished middle school, much less high school. So like if I had to redo everything again, I would have took schooling more seriously. Instead of dropping out because of being bullied. Welcome, Jack of Cake. You didn't bring me no McDonald's, dog? You'd think they would be dropping a rune or two here, wouldn't you? Alright, one more and then we'll switch to meth runs. Well, there's more than that, John Bonner. There's also a fucking avalanche worth of fucking debt that has to go with it. If you do well in high school, you can get diplomas and shit. Found the Roombo again. Alright, I run meth on players 1. No reason to run on anything higher than that. medical doctorate. Because like there's two things in life that's always going to be around. People are always going to get hurt, and people are always going to need to eat, and people are always going to need shelter. So those are the three fields that you should concern yourself with, so you don't ever get phased out. Like factory work and like coal miners and things like that, they all got phased out. There's always somebody who will do a job cheaper, but there's not always going to be like a person that can fix a gunshot wound or, you know, cure a strep throat or something of that nature. Dr. Bimbo, I mean, like, I have the capacity to learn, yeah. I have no learning disability whatsoever. Farmer's a good thing. Dude, there's no passion in coding now. Like, I think Mephisto running is like the most boring shit in the game. Yay, a blade of Alibaba I'll never fucking use. Dog. I'd rather jerk off a bobcat in a telephone booth with barbed wire gloves than learn how to code. Like, spend most of your days in a fucking office doing one little thing over and over and over again. I do this as I'm fucking magic finding and fucking leveling a character up in Diablo, but like, man, I think the most unhappy people in the fucking world are office workers. I think you take a dude that's a day laborer at a construction site, I bet he has a higher quality of life than somebody that sits in a cubicle all day and like does lines of code. I think the only thing that's like less enjoyable is like somebody that does like telemarketing or like some type of like phone repair. Well, at least my day is dictated by like me, right? Like if I wanted to get off right now and go to sleep, I can do that. If I wanted to get off right now and go to McDonald's, I could do that. Like the worst part about that job is you have my stipulations with a boss man. And deadlines and all this other shit. I'm like, I'm good. Dude, he ain't dropping shit today, huh? No, I've only been streaming for about 2 hours right now. Dude, trucking is in shambles right now, dude. That's even worse, Dr. Maury. Like if you work for like Swift or somebody like that. Maybe if you work for like Walmart. But like if you're owner operator, like I seen one the other day where like this guy was on a they wanted to pay this man $3,300 to drive cross country with a load. And you're like, oh, $3,300, you know, that's good money. But once you factor in that he has to pay for the diesel and the upkeep of his truck himself, he's making like $600 or $700 profit off of driving cross fucking country to make like $600 or $700. Granted, he'll get it done in like 3 days, but just imagine the wear and tear on your body, the sleep, or whatever it might be. Yeah, well, you got to think about diesel prices and truck insurance, which is high because you got to insure the trailer and the load and all this other stuff. You got tires, and not only do you have tires, you have 18 of them motherfuckers that you got to put on at times. That's why a lot of truckers do retreads, which are very dangerous. But like they've cut trucking to the fucking bone for the most part. Then you have just like police officers who just harass truckers for the most part. Like if I was going to do anything in like that kind of transportation industry, I'd be either a hotshot driver or like a private like camper hauler. Like get like a 3,500 truck and pull campers. UPS doesn't make bank. UPS is fucking striking, man, because UPS guys are fucking getting shit on. I mean, UPS as a company's probably making bank, but their employees are getting shit on, and they always have been getting shit on. I was a UPS employee before when I was younger. I made like $11 an hour, maybe 11.50 to unload trucks. That shit was one of the worst jobs I ever had. You had to wake up at like 3:30 in the fucking morning to be there at 4:30, and you had to have the trucks out the door by 7. And then if you wanted full time, you had to basically go sit there and wash trucks. So if you wanted to get an 8-hour day in, you had to spend the rest of your day washing what trucks weren't on routes. Why'd that spiderweb sash roll unique? I'd work at Wendy's before I went back to work at McGlass. Let's see. Do you prefer older trucks to newer ones? I prefer overall personally. It depends on the vehicle. Honestly. Like, I love the technology in newer vehicles. And, like, but with increase when you make something increasingly complicated, is more likely to fail. I feel like the early 2000s was a sweet spot for like technology plus like reliability, but even then they got like shit gas mileage. I don't have a work gap per se. I've been doing YouTube for working on 16 years now. I mean, like I said, it's all about what truck you're referring to. Like vehicles made right now are safer than vehicles made in like 1980. But people want to worship like a 1980s like pickup truck, which was like basically a fucking tractor motor that was street legal. They made like 140 horsepower with like 280 foot-pounds of torque. They lasted forever because they didn't really put any stress on the motor whatsoever. And they couldn't really pull shit. Every time you actually pulled anything with it, you were actually overloaded. And then they had no crumple zones. I mean, everything about the truck was rudimentary and basic. It rattled. It had big door gaps and shit like that. Yay, the head striker.
Hey, how you doing?
That's not true either. Like,
Okay, cool.
I've seen 2,000 Duramaxes with 600,000 miles on them. I've seen new Duramaxes with 400,000 or 500,000 miles on them. Like they're all machines, and how much you're willing to put into them depends on how long they last, how well you take care of them. Because Diablo 4 sucks ass. I've always wondered what possesses people to buy like new Power Strokes. Like as a dude that almost strictly buys Ford and Chevy, I'd rather have a Cummins. If I couldn't get a Duramax, I'd rather have a Cummins. I'd go to Dodge before if I needed a diesel truck and I couldn't get a Chevrolet one. I just don't trust the Power Stroke as much as I could throw it. Oh, I thought Mephisto just died. I was like looking for his item. I can't give Destiny 2 a rating, but like I said before, like Destiny 2 feels like a game that if you had to jump into it, you jump straight into it. It's like coming back to a game that you played a year before and you had to come back to the save a year later. You just don't know what the fuck's going on in your save. So you feel like you're lost in it at all times. Dude, Mephisto is dropping nothing. I've been a Chevy guy most of my life, but like I kind of know. I know enough to know when there's bad products. Like my truck right now got a shit transmission in it. And I kind of know why the transmission shits, because it's got a torque converter that has like a thin piece of metal inside of it. If it heats up enough, it fucking bends, and after it starts to bend, it falls out of balance and shakes itself to death. And once it shakes itself to death, it takes the rest of the transmission with it. But like, just do what you can do with it. Change your transmission fluid earlier than recommended. Don't run it hot. But like, I like my truck enough because I love the ride. I love the electric steering and everything like that. I love the gas mileage. They gotta rebuild it for like $2,500, like 5 years after it's paid off. Oh well, I'll rebuild it. I don't, because my truck's got about a year before it's paid off now. House is haunted by previous Zaxby's owner. Dude, I wish I never sold my old Silverado though. At the time, I wanted something different, and I wanted to help my credit get built up, which it was the play. But I miss it because I had it for so long. I had an '02 Silverado. I had 156,000 miles on it. I bought it new. And like the paint had faded on it. I needed to take the dash out again. Or I had the dash out once for the heater core. And if I was going to take the dash out again, I was going to change the evaporator core, the heater core, all the things. It was going to be like $3,000 between labor and everything like that to pull the dash back out again. You're looking at another $5,000 of body work need to be done to it. I needed about $10,000 put into the truck to make it where it needed to be. So instead of putting that $10,000 into the truck, I sold it for $6,000 and went and took that $6,000 and put it on my current truck. Two-piece lug nuts. You're talking about Ford with the chrome lug nuts that kind of swell. Oh shit. Meth ain't drop shit. I'll take goblin toes because I don't have a pair of goblin toes. Nah, not really. Like World of Warcraft to me is. Let's see how much Mephisto gives though. We're at 927. I think he'll give 60,000. See if he'll give 60,000. Oh, he doesn't. He gives like 20,000. I'm looking for a Arachnid Mesh. Like, running Mephisto is the fastest way to get an Arachnid Mesh. Looking for Arachnid Mesh, Shaco, Storm Shield, Talrash's Amulet, Amira's Kaleidoscope. There's Jahala's main. Yeah, it's like it's not ethereal, right? Now I don't drink any kind of alcoholic beverage. We get it. It's a really shit Jahala's, but like any Jahala's is better than no Jahala's. Thank you, Meth, for finally dropping me an item. Now go ahead and drop me Ariat's face too, because I need one of them. I don't want to drink beer, man. Like, I've seen enough people in my life have their whole life torn apart by alcohol. Like, you guys see Blade. Why would you ever want to drink beer? Looking at how it controls like Blade. Like all it takes is you to overdo it a couple times, and next thing you know, you're in Blade's position. Where you're a slave to it. I have enough. Fried chicken already has me at its whim. That's a huge stretch, Wings. I mean, like, I know a lot of dudes that never drunk an ounce of liquor in their life, but they fucking died from beer. Hands are starting to bother me. Yeah. But why would I want to drink beer? Like, what does it give you? I don't need liquid courage. Like, there's nothing in this world that if I want to do it, I won't do it. It's not even about being tough as nails. It's more about like I don't need like a drink to like talk to women or like do anything really. Like some people need that. Like some people's whole like dating game was based along either getting a girl drunk or being drunk enough themselves. Marrow Walk. I'm gonna run meth until the next terror zone comes in. If the terror zone sucks ass, I'm probably gonna call it there. If the terror zone's good, I'll probably run that terror zone. Shit just got real. But it's like players won, so I shit on them all. Ancient armor. Most of the men in my adult life died from alcohol. I've had 3 men in my life die from alcohol. So like, it's like smoking. Like my grandma died from smoking. Far Oasis. It's a good one. We'll run the Far Oasis. And my mother most likely will die from smoking too. My great grandmother died from smoking. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit either. There's Tal's belt. And Beetle Burst has got to be fire resistant. Eat a dick, Beetle Burst. What don't you understand about this game, B-Boo? Drop me a flail, please. Oh, there's one right there. So it's a Ral, Am, perfect topaz. And perfect topaz. This shit right here is about to roll 4 sockets. I can feel it in my bones. I need to get some TPs as well. Perfect Tao's belt. Alright. So we need a Ral. Am. Fucking 5! Oh! Eat a dick! You watched me play Fallout 76 on New Vegas. Like, if you didn't, the VOD's up if you want to watch it. Is there any other weapon I can turn into Heart of the Oak? Besides, like, the flail and, like, staves? What I was looking for. Why does Asmon have beef with DSP? I don't think he does. It's 4-socket and non-magic maces and staves, if I remember correctly. But the only non-magic mace, because like, for example, like a battle hammer, for example, wouldn't work because it's considered a hammer and not a mace. And like scepters are considered scepters, but they're in the mace class, so it's weird. Like it's a really weird question. And like you can't put it in like a mace or a morning star, because maces and morning stars can't have 4 sockets. That's why I was hoping like somebody would know, like, is there any other like one-handed weapon that I could put it in besides a flail, knout, or a scourge? Because I can't wear a scourge, but I can wear a flail and a knout, so I'll take either one of those. But the problem is I just can't find one, and when I do find like a base one, it never wants to roll 4. See, I don't know how effective killing trash mobs is. Like, should I just be looking for the elite packs? Like, if I actually could find this Heart of the Oak, and it depends on how it rolls. It also depends on, like, some of my setup, because Heart of the Oak has 10 more cast rate than Oculus does, so it means I can take 10 cast rate off of something. Alright, I think this is going to be my last one right here. So I need to go to sleep if I want to be up by 4 o'clock. Beetle Burst! Drop me a rack and mesh, bud. You didn't do it. How much money does Derek donate to Phil? You guys act like Phil's whole life is upkept by Derek. I fucking hate the Bar Oasis enemy selection. Like, I don't mind the beetles so much. But the birds that fly around and the sand maggots. Oh. What's the good news?
I don't have COVID.
Why would you have COVID?
Because anytime you're sick, it's always COVID. But I'm probably leaving in a minute to go get me some medicine. You need anything?
I don't know.
10:30. You already have my love and affection.
Already got your love and affection? Awesome. I want to say get lunch, but at the same time, I'm like, I most likely could be asleep by the time you get back.
Well, I'm going to get over-the-counter medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be it. That's my whole plan.
Let's run the maggot layer real quick. Maggot layer is an 85 area now for anybody that is out of the loop. The only thing I like about the maggot layer is one, high density, really good for fireball. You wish you was in the loop. We got to put... This is something you got to try to roll. And it rolled good too. Holy shit. There's an obedience. There's an obedience. That's a good charm. All right, boys. We got a low rune. We got 94. We got a great poleaxe. I think that's all we really found. Found a couple other things. I found Jahala's main. It's a pretty good session. About 3 hours in. I want a big ups thank you to Mamba for the $60 donation. Thank you, Raul, for the donations. Big ups. Who else donated? Some else donated. James, thank you for the 10 pounds. Thank you, Philo Fitchell. Thank you, Raul, for actually $10 worth of donations. Thank you, Dr. Maury, for the $5. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and hanging with your boy. I'll see you guys later today. Peace, people. I'm Outie 5000.